All right, we are ready for some Football Manager, and happy Monday to everybody. Let's get in here, or I guess whatever day of the week you happen to be watching the VOD. Not everybody watches. In fact, most people probably watch the VOD over the live, which is totally fine. Put my hand sanitizer out of camera. All right, cool. Let's get back into this. We are playing some more Wolfsburg here. This might be the last season. I haven't decided yet, although I'd like to win back-to-back Champions Leagues. So even if we win it this year, I kind of want to do one more, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, as you can see, we've been extremely dominant, except for two pretty big blips. One against Inter Milan and one against Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund ahead of us currently, or no, sorry, not ahead of us. They're just behind us by 2 points in the league. And then, of course, Inter Milan probably ahead of us. Here they are. But we are only, we're only in the second phase here, right? We're only in the, I guess, the playoff phase. But that's okay, because we could survive if we made it through here, but I think we've got plenty of time to get back up into the green section there. So I'm not super worried about that. Other than that, I mean, as you can see, we did win the Club World Championship final against Newcastle. So we got that trophy already in the bag. That was a pretty good trophy, pretty prestigious trophy. Not as good as the Champions League itself, but still pretty good. Obviously, we have won Bundesliga 5 times now, and obviously at this point we are headed towards a 6th win in a row. So we got that going for us as well. But before we get moving anymore, let me make sure I give my guys a little bit of rest. We got a game coming up in 4 days. So let's just make sure we rest everybody, just to make sure we are going to be able to make it to the end of the season. So and all will be good. We have a couple pretty key injuries, or at least one key injury with Perez. We also have the injury coming back from Horvat. So both of our guys on that left-hand side struggling, and that's one of the things that have hit us the most recently. So hopefully we get those guys back soon, and we can get back into the flow of things. But that has definitely been a huge detriment to our overall just feeling of preparedness. We do have Everton coming up in the Champions League here in a moment. Should be a decent game. Although, it should be a winnable game as well, though. Unless Everton has somehow suddenly gotten really good in the Premier League, I mean. Currently 11th. So, yeah. Should be a winnable game. It's away from home, though. So, always got to be careful of those away from home games. Those are... We've run into traps with those many times over. We're actually tied on most likely outcome for the win. Draw is a little bit less likely. So I think either one of us will win more than there's a chance of a draw, which is interesting to see. Horvat will be given some game time. Accepts he's being rested, isn't featured in a couple matches for a couple weeks, as has been planned. Pleased with his playing time. Yeah, okay, everybody's looking good so far. Do we need to continue to rest Blanco for this? I mean, since it's just Everton, I might rest him a little bit longer just to make sure we don't run into any issues whatsoever. Looks like he'd be okay, though. All right, again, best squad. Horvat could play. He's a little bit tired. So I think we're going to continue to do the thing that we've been doing. Move Abe up, move Alfredo in, and then just kind of go with that. That should be fine. And then we'll just bring, you can come in there. Fall can come in. Neto can come in. And I do think we will go ahead and rest Blanco. Just one more match here. Might as well. In fact, I'm explicitly going to rest him out. And that should be okay. One less person, not a big deal. We still have a pretty good team here. I mean, definitely good enough to win this. So let's find out. Could have brought in a couple more subs from our youngsters, but I don't think we'll need them. All right, beat them 3-0. Cards with a pair of goals. Abe picking up a goal from that left-hand side, so good stuff there. They did miss a penalty on their side. Hansa set off with a red card, so that's not great. And we'll leave a hole in our defensive midfield that we will have to fill for the next game. Once A, but San Siro in huge transfer move, huh? Yeah, good luck. 112 million. Yeah, okay, that's a lot of money. But he's really, really good. So I'm very happy to have him. And I'm not expecting to actually sell any players that we are actively using at this point in time, unless we just have an absolute rock star backup sitting behind them. Because obviously we still want to make money. I mean, that's still important, but at the same time, if we're willing to spend a couple £100 million on like someone like Perez or Farkas, for example, well, then why don't we keep that caliber player here as well? So we still want to rotate players. I'd rather prefer to rotate players that are just not really going to feature. Like the guys that we've developed a little bit, maybe we paid 10 mil for them and we could sell them on for 30 mil, something like that. That would be the ideal type of player to sell on, as opposed to these rock star players that we absolutely love. All that being said, it is going to be a bit tough to hold on to some of these players, I would imagine. Should be able to do a bit of rotation for actually both these next two games. Make sure we get guys plenty of rest and things like that. We're actually 4th on this list with 21 players. Not bad at all. Most of those are probably people that came up through our system and are still playing for us, actually. Man, I've actually been having trouble with I'm not trying to give too much away, so hopefully I'm not going to give any results or anything like that away, but my YouTube save, the one I'm doing offline, is I'm not having as good as luck of getting all these amazing wonder kids in that one as I have been in this game. We've got a couple, but it just feels slower, but it also just might be because of the fact that that game just is going slower, right? I'm only recording, 3 episodes a week, which probably takes me maybe 2 hours to record those 3 episodes. Whereas we're playing 3 explicit hours of game time here. So we are effectively progressing through the years faster in this game, which means we do have more development for more of these players that maybe those guys in my other save will develop to this level. They just haven't been given the time yet. I actually don't remember what year we're in on that game. I'll have to look at it later. Watch us be at the exact same year, and everything I just said is completely false. I don't know. I would be surprised if we're in 23-7 in that game. I actually just don't remember. Should be another good win. Get us another big chunk of goal differential. Even with rotation. Okay. Perez obviously still sits, but Horvat's finally back, so happy to have that. Puts Abe back there on that left defensive side. Cars probably should sit for Elia here. And then we got Horvat back in. That's fine. Hansis and Farkas. Let's get Farkas out of there for Paolini. Abe and Natman. We'll bring Natman out for Giriami. Get him a little bit of game time. And then, of course, Blanco, I'm sure, is fully rested. Vergara, however, is not. Jorgensen just coming for Vergara. That's going to be fine. Do we want to bring Kuznetsov in for Pereira in this game? I don't know. I guess we should. We got to get him some game time if he's ever going to develop into anything worth anything. If we end up losing this game because of that, well, then were we really going to win the game in the first place? Don't really have anybody to bring in here. I guess bring in another defender, because if anybody moves around, it'd be Abe moving up. Okay, we only got 2 goals out of that one, but we didn't give up a goal, so Kuznetsov played well. Zawadzki got his goal. Natman got a goal, and that's not bad. Probably should have scored at least another goal, but looks like we did not have very good on-target shooting, despite the 16 shots that we did end up taking. Of course, Cars is hurt. Cars, who we rested, who had to come on back as a sub for Elia, or whoever he came on for, ends up getting hurt. Great. I mean, I guess I could have explicitly set him out of the sub side of things, but you figure if he comes on as a substitute, he's less likely to get hurt anyway. Thankfully, we do have plenty of extremely good goal scorers, strikers that can rotate in quite nicely. As long as we don't lose any more. Although even then, I think we've got some youngsters that are able to fill a pretty decent role in a pinch. I think part of the reason why I'm having trouble with the other save is because in the Premier League, you're only allowed to bring in 6 under 21-year-olds that are foreign players every season. And so definitely feeling that restriction, because I've had quite a few players that I saw that I thought were really good that we ended up having to cancel the deal because we had somebody else that came in instead. And so having those restrictions is something we just haven't had to deal with here on the Bundesliga side of things. I need to think about another save. I want to start a new save. I need to figure out what that's going to be. Not quite yet. Like, I still have a couple more things left to resolve here I'd like to do, but overall, I'd like to try to get one more save in over the next 5 months or so. Maybe not quite as grand as this particular one, but... Oh, there's Oster getting injured. What did I say? As long as another striker doesn't get hurt. I should not have opened my mouth. Oops. Sorry, that was me. That was my bad. I acknowledged it out loud. All right, Horvat's definitely going to get some game time, especially with Perez still being out injured at the moment. All right, well, Elia definitely comes in. Horvat definitely comes in. Hansis and Farkas, probably one of them needs to sit. Looks like Hansis sits for Paolini. Broyar sits for Jorgensen. And then between Abe and Natman, bring Garami back in. And we'll also bring in Kuznetsov. Okay, all that looks good. And then we'll just bring in whatever subs we can on the bench here. Have any good strikers for our youngster squads right now? I think you're... No, you're not who I'm thinking of. Thinking of somebody else. Bring on Ducks. I mean, not really great, but if we absolutely had to use them, it'd be all right. (5-1). Pair goes from Elia, goal from 6. A couple assists from Horvat, game of the match, or player of the match award as well. Paolini picking up a goal, and Zawadzki yet again picking up another goal. Good stuff. Good to see Horvat back. Who's our number 1 goal scorer right now? Elia, 14, off the bench. That's insane. I mean, why would we ever change anything, right? Like, yes, could he theoretically get more goals if he started? Yeah, but maybe, like, or is he getting a lot of goals because he's coming in as an impact substitute? I mean, I don't know. It's so strange how good he is. And I don't feel like there's, or you just, no, don't touch it. Don't mess with it. It's working. Well, I forgot to actually give the guys some rest. I don't know how much the rest actually helps things, but it makes me feel better about trying to be a little bit more cognizant of their training schedules when they just played a game and they got another game in 3 days. Doesn't seem to be hurting their training that much because they all seem to be developing very nicely. Next game's another one we could do some pretty good rotation for. And Elliot seems to be happy with this current situation, so maybe we don't need to change anything. I mean, if he gets grumpy at all, we'll obviously start him a few games until he's happy again. But I mean, you can't argue with being one of the top goal scorers in Germany off the bench. I mean, like, I don't know. He gets his job done and only has to pay 20 minutes. Okay, maybe it's a little bit more than that, but you know what I mean. All right, pretty much everybody's training well. Good to see. Looks like we play Bayer Leverkusen. Okay, well, a little bit more of an actual real game in that one. You set up recognized among world's best. I don't think we have a very good yes setup at all. We're never going to be on this list. We develop Wonder Kids, but we do not grow them. Like, they don't start here. Hey, Subatomic Surfer, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, fall should be, that's fine. I mean, he plays well, but we just don't play him enough. Probably should find a way to get him some more game time at some point. All right, let's make sure again we're doing some pretty good rotation here. Of course, Cars has to sit out for Elia. Paris still sits out for Horvat. We will sit Farkas out for Paolini maybe, or do we want to bring in Fall at this point? Probably go ahead and bring in Fall. Give him a chance to play today. Abe looks mostly okay. All right, we'll bring Guilherme in for Knapman again, and then we'll bring somebody in for you. Maybe whoever, who's our third? Chicho can come in for Vergara. And then we'll bring Kuznetsov back in, and we'll go with this. I just need to rotate a little bit down here. All right, looks good. Let's go with that squad. Going fine. Just watching game 3 of my 23-24 season United rebuild save. Cool. Sounds fun. All right, beat them 5-1. Paragos from Fall coming on as a fourth string option on the defensive midfield and still gets a Paragos. It's pretty good. A picking up a goal, Horvat picking up a goal, and Knapman picking up a goal. Not a bad start to my first season. A win at the Etihad and a draw against West Ham at home. Pretty good way to get started. All right, let's see. So we got Fiorentina coming up, Real Madrid, Feyenoord. Yeah, I forgot. We have some pretty tough games in our lineup here. It's crazy that we're this good in the Bundesliga, but still somewhat struggling in the Champions League. But again, to be fair, the number of times that we've played better than the other team and still lost in the Champions League, It's happened several times. So I don't think it's anything to do with formation. I don't think it's anything to do with players. I think it's just, as weird as it is to say, kind of bad luck sometimes. But we did just go 1-0 down against Bournemouth in the 89th minute. Oh, those are always terrible. Everything seems to be going mostly okay. You might get a draw, and then the other team just ends up scoring something super, super, super late. Although, sometimes draws just feel like losses as well. Like a team you know you should be beating, and you still end up drawing. That feels, to me, that feels as bad as a loss. I know it's a point, but ugh. I'd rather go down fighting than end up in a draw most of the time. This motor guy, did we already go look at him? I think we did. Probably a little more expensive than we'd like to spend for kind of where we're at. I'm trying to get slightly cheaper Wonder Kids than that. Another one of those where either team is more likely to win than us getting a draw. So interesting. Actually, Fiorentina, are they up there? Yeah, they're up there in 4th place at the moment. So they've actually been doing pretty well. This is likely, especially away from home, to be a very tough game. Castro would like to go out on loan. Is this the Castro we care about? No, this is the Castro we care about. We want this Castro to be happy. Because we actually think he has a chance to be something. So we'll probably give him some extra game time here. Maybe not in this Fiorentina game, but probably for the Bayer Leverkusen game. Let's bring Paolini in. I need to go with mostly our starters in this run. Osterk should be able to play soon. Let's bring Neto in here, and I guess we'll bring Talon onto the bench. I'm not really worried about filling out the rest at the moment. I think this all looks okay. Let's go with this squad. Definitely capable of winning this game. Capable and will are two different things, though. Took care of business. That is a good result. A picking up a goal, Zavatsky picking up a goal, 6 picking up a pair of goals, Elia picking up a goal, and Ozturk coming off the bench after his injury, picking up a goal. That is great to see. All right. We will do a bit more rotation in this next game, just because the Bundesliga is a little bit less critical for us. We can risk a loss in the Bundesliga. Mostly because a loss is not really... It's less likely, but also, even if we did lose, I mean, we can absorb it. Where does that put us in the Champions League? Okay, we're back up in the top 8, where we belong. I would like to get Chicho some more game time, though. So we'll do that. Chicho and Horvat and Castro. International break coming up. That should at least allow most of our guys that are a little bit dinged up to get it. Well, I need to clarify. The guys that are not also being out on international leave should allow them to get back from their injuries, hopefully. Of course, it also presents the opportunity for new guys to get injured while they're on international leave. Hopefully not. Specifically guys like Perez. He can come back during that international break, hopefully. Is Kuznetsov ever going to be a starting goalkeeper for us? I can't imagine he will. I mean, Pereira is kind of just the guy. I mean, he's 25 years old. Pereira could literally play for another decade or more. I mean, who knows? The number of players that we have that haven't even hit their prime yet, like they're still technically going to get better, is just kind of crazy. Do we have a way to see that somewhere? I thought there was a place to see some of that information. I don't remember. I'm sure it's here somewhere and just blind as a bat. Who knows? That's all right. It's not that important. All right, let's make sure we do some decent rotation here. Other than you coming in, looks like Ostrick needs to come in for 6. Perez just about back. I did say Castro could play today. Farkas is out. Let's actually bring Fall in for Farkas. Abe needs to sit. Alfred, we're basically in full rotation. It's a bit more maybe than I was hoping for, but we'll make it work. Actually, Chicho needs to come in for somebody, but who? Blanco. I'm going to leave Natman in, and I'm actually going to leave the goalkeeper in this time. Since we did so many other rotations elsewhere, just to be a little bit safer. Let's bring Blanco in for you. Let's bring Neto in just here, 6. Really don't have a lot of players. All right, we'll just bring Abe onto the bench. That'll have to be good enough. Took care of business. Castro, coming off the bench, wanted to come on to the game. He says he's good enough and prove that he is. 2 goals and an assist. Horvat picking him go. Oster picking him go. Elia and Paolini. Goodness. Our backup squad apparently is just as good as our starting squad. All right. 14 days until the next game. We will arrange a couple friendlies. Or I'll say a friendly, sorry. Goldinger. Sure. I have no idea who you are. I don't think we've played you before. Oh, thank you for the follow, Subatomic Surfer. I apologize for not seeing that. Got the notifications open. But apparently I had that window minimized. Where did it go? There it is. A lot of players out on international leave. Hey, Perez is back. Told you he was going to come back during the international play. Ooh, look at there. Perez. Oh, best players. I thought this was Wonder Kids for a second there. I was like, wait a minute. Perez isn't a Wonder Kid. Best players in the world. Perez is number 1. Awesome. 6 is number 3. That is it for the top 10, though. I would have expected to have more in the top 10. Anybody else here that we absolutely know about? Most of these other guys we've never had. 11th is Blanco. 15th is Knapman. 18th is Farkas. So that's 5 of the top 20 that we've got so far. Who's the team that has the most? Inter's got a lot. No wonder they beat us. Inter has a ton of top 20 or top 50 players right now. There's Osman. We've had Osman before, not currently, but definitely a player that we were very familiar with. Nobody in this list for us. There's more Inter players. Goodness, they have an extremely good team. I thought we built a good team. Inter is apparently the team to beat right now because theirs is also outstanding. There's Pereira at 34. Saru, good old Saru. Miss you, buddy. You were a good player for us. Didn't we have Aiello? This Thomas Aiello? Yeah, we had him at one point, right? And then there's Al Kabari. Remember him? And then we have Hansis right there, just skating in the 50th spot. So overall, we've got 7 of the top 50. That's not bad. Not bad. What do we got to do to get all 11 of our top into the top? I mean, Abe's got to hit this list at some point, right? Abe has just turned out to be extremely good. So we expect Abe to hit this. This one's Zavats. I'm surprised Zavatski's not in here, just on his gameplay alone, but. We'll go ahead and praise both of you guys. Good job. Good job. Ooh, Neto. Twisted ankle. That's no good. I mean, we haven't been using them really, but still, don't like to see that kind of stuff. Oh, I probably should just rotate here. We'll let the assistant coach determine our rotation. I'm okay with that. We don't care about training for the off week here. We'll skip that. Very high injury risk. I mean, we're trying to manage it, but I don't know what else you can do. That's just because a lot of these guys just played like an international game or something. Okay, yeah, they literally just played. 4 goals, 2 assists for Mr. Abe. That's insane. We got some good players. Two big games coming up here soon. FC Bayern and Real Madrid. Should be, I mean, these can be definitely deciding on where we position here. I mean, I've been giving you game time, buddy. Not sure why you think I haven't. Oh yeah, you're pleased there. You're fine with that. Of course, Perez goes out and gets injured again while on international duty. What did I just say? Gives him a chance to come back, but then I was like, oh yeah, but also gives him a chance to get injured. So, and sure enough, goes and gets himself injured. I like that we have an elite midfielder as our backup. It's always so funny. Injuries starting to pile up a little bit again. I mean, those mostly aren't bad injuries, but still. I mean, half our squad is elite players right now, so of course we're going to have bench players that are elite. Legendary. Another legendary. World class. I'm assuming legendary is a age thing, and it looks at like your overall kind of accomplishments. Oh, goodness. The yawns have started. My assistant coach actually has been there at the lineup in the spot that I wanted it to be. That's convenient. All right, what we got? Cars can play 75 minutes. Kind of feel like playing our starting squad here, even though some of them are a little bit tired. I need to play our best players here. Jeremy's injured. Let's bring Chicho into that spot. Other than that, everybody else I think stays. It's a little bit risky, but we got to get these guys out there. Best players we got. Be able to rotate in as needed a few spots. I think this is fine. I mean, you got to figure the FC Bayern players just came back from international leave as well, so they're not all completely fit. There we go. Probably didn't deserve 2-0. We only had 3 shots on target, 5 shots total. Cars, of course, picking up a red injury. That's not good. After picking up a goal, 6 picking up a goal. Yeah, guys are absolutely exhausted. 5 to 7 days. We can work with that. Who do you want us to rest? Blanco again? I'm going to ignore that. We do need to kind of give the entire squad. I'm just going to literally highlight the entire squad. Just give them 2 days of rest here. No training whatsoever. I mean, I'll try to rest Blanco a little bit, but we definitely need him for the Real Madrid game. We're favorites to win this. Actually makes me more nervous. We seem to do better in the games that we're not favorites to win. You want to extend my contract out? I mean, I don't plan on going anywhere, so sounds good to me. Although, can you please like me more than a B, please? I'm just saying. I realize the one outstanding thing that you're a little upset with me about is that I haven't won the Champions League more than once, but I'm also upset about that. I share your frustrations. All right, Elliot just comes in. Everybody else mostly stays the same. I think we've got to play this. We've got to play our good players here. It's an important game. 5-2. All right, so we were favorites to win. Pair goes from Paris. Goal from 6 who got injured. Alfredo with the goal. Paolini with the goal. Ugh, that's 2 strikers down. That is not good. Okay, only a couple days. That's fine. We'll definitely rest some of those guys for the next one. That's fine. I get it. Okay, now we can rest you. Yeah, we'll rest Hansis. Need to rest him for 15 days, and we'll rest Blanco. Same amount of time. So, Hansis and Blanco. The wrong button. Hansis and Blanco. Rest 2 weeks. I mean, what kind of games are they going to miss in the next 2 weeks? They missed the DFB Pokal 3rd round, but I mean, Augsburg, who cares? Feyenoord. I mean, that's not great, but the rest of these games are pretty easy. And we're currently 2nd, so even if we lose the game against Feyenoord, we should still be at least in the top 24, so we'll at least have a chance to move forward. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. There's no reason we should lose it, even with just 2 players out, to be honest. The rest of our squad is extremely good. Hey, new contract. Where's my current contract? I'm making $43,000 per week. It's like half of that after taxes. Goodness. So $43,000 per week, and they're offering me 45. A little bit more than that. Yeah, okay. I probably could have gotten more than that. That's all right. It's just money. Do we have a way to see how much money we made total? Under overview. It's in here somewhere, I'm sure of it. Total career earnings, 16.75 mil. Yeah, okay. I could probably live a good life off of that much money. So brought in 2.07 billion, still 2.0. I mean, we've been very even overall on everything. That's pretty good. Highest nation ranking 2, highest world ranking 10. We'll get there. We'll get higher than that, I think. I mean, if we win the Bundesliga again this year and we're not the #1 team in Germany from a ranking standpoint, I don't know what they're doing. Cousin's still only 17 years old. I mean, hopefully the coaches are a little bit off on his potential and he ends up being even better than that. That'd be nice. Although, again, I mean, we're not going to use him for the next 5 years probably because we've got Pereira for at least another 5 years for sure, if not more. So, I didn't mean to praise you. So I don't know if it even matters if he develops into anything. We have a requirement to win the... No, we're just... Yeah, we are. We do have a requirement to win. Just a favored requirement. It's not... Well, I should say requirement. We have a request to win. Maybe it's the best way to say it. So we got to at least take it a little seriously. All right. I mean, we did play these guys pretty well last time we played them, so should be easily winnable game even with rotation. All right. So I want to get Horvat in here, get him some game time. Hines is for resting, so we'll bring Paolini in. I'd like to get Castro in, get him some game time. Blanco needs to rest. We'll bring in Chicho for Blanco. Do we sub out our goalkeeper? I guess we will take this a little seriously. We're getting into the deeper ones. We'll just play this group. Hansis needs to rest completely here. Everybody else should be okay. All right, let's go with this. All right, still an extremely good group. And that's what happens. Pair goes from Cars, pair goes from Zavatsky, and a goal from Perez. Assist from Elia. Took care of business for sure. I feel like we have extremely good players, and Perez might be considered the best player in the world, but like our team just lives and dies by Zavatsky. Zavatsky's just the man. He's just so ridiculous. Especially ever since that, 40-something goal season he had. He's never really scored that many, but his rating is still just solid. Rock solid rating. Just been an outstanding player. That we only bought for $3 million. I mean, it's insane. Let's get to the next game. Next game should be another pretty easy game for us. Augsburg's currently ranked 5th. Yeah, we can definitely do some heavy rotation in that game. Probably even heavier than the one we just played, to be honest. Play our backup goalkeeper and everything. I don't know that I agree with giving Leosin another contract or not. I mean, having 3 goalkeepers is generally a decent idea. Hey, Bossy FM, thank you for the raid. How's it going? I hope that your stream went well today. Sure, we'll praise you a little bit. Could be as good as Farkas. I don't know about that one. All right, let's praise all the boys for the good job training. As long as Blanco got on his leave, probably at least another 10 days or so. When you look at this list of players and you're like, you know, we got all these players and then we got Leosin down here. And it's like, why is Leosin on this team? And it's like, you know, he makes really good guacamole for the team parties. You know, he's here. You know, that's all. That's the only reason he is here. Dynamo Dresden. Should be a pretty straightforward game for us. All right. 6 versus Cars. We'll swap out 6 for Ozturk. Perez versus Zavodsky. Definitely swap out Zavodsky for Castro. Hansa still needs to get some rest, so Paolini comes in. Blanco still needs some rest, so actually we'll bring in Chicho. What about Abe versus Natman? Bringing Natman out for Guilherme, and we're also bringing our backup goalkeeper. Any other changes we want to make? Guess not. Oh, Hans just needs to sit out for fall. Oh, they actually only have 4 more days left. All right, I think I like this. Although we do want to get Horvat some game time. You know what? Let's go and bring Horvat in. He needs to start to be happy. So that's going to be fine. only won that game by 1 goal. 20 shots, 8 on target, 1 goal. I mean, we didn't give them a single shot, so there's that. But apparently, I'm assuming their goalkeeper played really well. Only 6.7. I actually would have expected higher than that. There was 8 shots on target, and we only scored 1. I don't think we'll have those other guys back for this next game, though, will we? Nope. Unfortunately, we will not. Almost. How much time we got left on these promises? 3 days less. Okay, those are the rests. 55 days. We're not going to give you that much game time. Then that time period. 85. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of game time increases. We're not playing you guys as starters that often. A 50% chance of winning this game. Tough save youth to gold at Austria Vienna. Ah. I haven't played any Austria team before. I should try that sometime. Actually, might be fun. I mean, there's a lot of countries I haven't played, to be fair, so I guess I should. I mean, if I'm going in the context of I haven't done that before, then that's a lot. That's a big list. All right, so Hanses comes out. We'll go ahead and just bring Paolini in for you. Blanco comes out. Jorgensen comes in for you. Everybody else needs to stay the same for this game specifically. Chicho comes in here. Fall comes in here. And then we can bring in a couple subs onto the bench. And we'll go with that. Let's hope for a good result today. That'll secure our spot in the Champions League. 3-0. All right. Zavatsky, Perez, and Osterk all picking up goals. I mean, it was very lopsided, though, even if we only scored 3 goals. We did secure our playoff spot. Good stuff. Perez, good performance. Cool. Well, we're done there. Where did we actually end up? Number 1. Perfect. Not that that means much. We've been number 1 before and lost in the next round. We'll get there. Still dominating the Bundesliga, though. Okay. Thankfully, we'll have some of those guys back for the next game, although the next game is not a very important game in the grand scheme of things. Right, should be a good win here, in theory. Continue our morale manager play here. I have a feeling Fall is going to be coming back to us very soon. Complaining about his game time at the moment. We'll try to do a little bit more rotation down to the 4th level if we can. All right, cars and 6. We'll pick cars for Elia. Perez and Zavodsky. We'll go ahead and just put Zavodsky for Castro. Hansis and Farkas. Farkas sits out. How's Paulini looking? Paulini probably should rest as well. We'll bring Fall in for Farkas. And then we got Abe and Knapman. We'll sit Knapman for Jeremy. And finally, Blanco and Vergara. We'll sit Vergara for sure. Jorgensen looks okay. Yeah, Chicho wants game time, but honestly today I think this is fine, and I'll just go ahead and bring Kuznetsov in. All right, everything else looks good. Basically rotating half the squad, and seems to be working for the most part. Honda's picking up a pair of goals, 6 picking up a goal. We only let them have 1 shot the entire game. Stuff. All right, let's go. Maybe I should start rotating even deeper in more spots. Like Amadillo on that left-hand side. Something like that, we'll see. Got a couple other guys sitting on the bench that can rotate in a little bit further. They were odds-on favorites to win this. Oh, apparently Leosin ate some of his own guacamole and got food poisoning. That's embarrassing. We'll continue to get Zavotsky out of here for Mr. Castro. Guess Farkas will sit. How's Paolini doing? Still a little bit high, so we'll bring in Fall again for Farkas. Actually, we'll bring in Farkas up to Paolini's spot. Right, let's get Abe out this time. We haven't brought him out in a while. Bring Alfredo in there. Broyar probably should sit. Yeah, Broyar could sit for Chicho. Not bringing Horvat again, but I think that's okay. I'm going to leave Cousinsaw, or not, sorry, Prayer into this one, though. Everybody else looks okay. Five to 2. Alfredo picking up player of the match. Natman gets a go. Perez gets a go. Ozturk picks up a pair of goals. And Horvat off the bench gets a goal. I just played you. I mean, I'll get you some more game time, but I literally just played you. Maybe he forgotten how good he is. He's like, hey, boss, I remembered. I'm really good at this game. You should play me more. Off to bed. Have a good stream. Oh, thank you very much, Bossy. I hope you have a good rest and a good day tomorrow. More praising. Attaboy, attaboy, attaboy. There's Amadio right there. I have to get him some game time at some point, but not right now, I guess. Going back to Turkey for some training. Alright, so cars out today. Let's sit Perez out today for Horvat. Farkas sits for, guess, more Fall. No, we'll bring Paolini in. Alright, we'll go ahead and get Abe out for Alfredo. Broyar sits for Chicho, probably. And then we'll go to bring Cousin Self today. And that looks some good rotation. All right, let's go with that. Five to 1. Chicho, Vodsky picking up air goals. Paolini, Horvat all picking up goals. Pretty good. I say Zavatsky's going to be up there for a number of goals. All right, got 21 days till the next game. It's just the Christmas break. Do we even want to play friendlies? I might just give the boys just complete rest here. Let's do a friendly down here. Yeah, okay, that works. During the training camp. Oh, can we play? Where's Fithiaspor? Not on here? It was Fithiaspor, right? Yeah. Be nice to play them, but looks like they're not available. Unless it's just a different day. It's a shame. Would have been nice to play our old club. Just because why not? I don't know where they would rank on reputation. I'm assuming pretty low. All right, no worries. We will just play whoever we can. Play Ankara DS. I'm actually curious how Fethiaspor has done since we left them. It was very, very long ago. So we took them over here. Yeah, because we started them in the red group. Got first place there. I thought we got them up to the Super League. Maybe I misremembered getting them to the Super League. I could have sworn we did, but I guess not. I guess we never did. My mistake. I've been saying we did this whole time and I misremembered. But they've been mostly in League One. That's pretty good. A couple blips downwards. But for the most part stayed in this range. That's not bad, actually. Of course, Trapsomspor, I'm assuming, has probably not stayed number one the whole time. But they've had quite a few number ones. We would have taken them over here. Right? And then taken to number one 3 years in a row, and that's when we left, right? Then they got second, and then they've been back and forth a few times, so not too bad. How do you see favorite personnel on this profile? I bet we're not even on here anymore. Yeah, we're completely non-existent. We just weren't there long enough for it to matter. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to mispronounce your name, Moraira. Morirah God, something like that. Thank you for the follow. 6 could depart. No, he could not. How much time does he have left? I mean, a year and a half. But, I mean, yeah. He's making 230 right now. Honestly, he deserves a promotion. Or a pay raise, I mean. I don't think there's any reason to touch any of this. He absolutely deserves the money. I sure hope when we get our new stadium that some way, somehow we're able to get a lot more money coming into the bank account. Any of our players on this list? There's Wabi, Kamel, Dongwo, Kololo. There's a lot of good players on there. A lot of our old players. Zavatsky going to Juventus. That's so funny. They got jokes. I mean, I guess for the sake of his guacamole, we should definitely re-sign Leos. I mean, I don't know that we'll be able to get someone that makes it better than he does. Except for that one time that he got food poisoning, but we're not talking about that. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen and move on with our lives. Oh, so about that guacamole. Apparently Vergara had some recently, and it's still not great. Oh, this is awkward. We just gave him a contract negotiation because we were expecting that to just be a one-off, and yet he struck again. How embarrassing. Well, I mean, as long as you haven't killed anybody with your food poisoning, does it really count? I don't remember how much you're making currently. Oh, wow, this is a big jump. I mean, I don't mind giving you a jump. That might be a little bit large. You negotiate with me a little bit, please. Fine. Got him dropped a little, very slight amount, but I mean, he probably deserves that much pay, to be perfectly honest. Still, it's a big jump in pay. How are we looking on our overall? And we got space in the budget for that kind of thing. It's fine. We just don't have space. I mean, our bank account is just never going to be good, apparently. At least by locking him and 6 down, we don't have to worry about anybody coming and poaching them. Perez claims football of the year. 6 got 3rd. Good job, Perez. Glad to have you. That was player of the year. And 6 got 2nd on that list. Fernandez named goalkeeper of the year. Oh, come on. Is he that much better than ours? I mean, it does all come down to, I guess, goals conceded and things like that. He had slightly more clean sheets, only 2 more goals conceded. Fair enough, I guess. It was close. Team of the year. Hanses and Farkas, both defensive midfielders holding down. Both attacking wingers, or I should say attacking, both wingers, I should say, on the both sides, as attacking wingers. Netman over here. It's not bad. It's not a bad grouping there. North America best 11. So Blanco, Alfredo, Perez. Asian football of the year was Abe. Al-Kabari on that list. Oh, he beat out Al-Kabari. That's impressive. Some good awards there. I mean, sure. Just go away. I don't think you will ever matter to us, my friend. I know it's harsh to say. All right, come on. Little nervous about losing some players here. Or not necessarily losing them, because we can always say no, but them getting grumpy when we say no. That's the part I'm worried about. No, he's only got 179 days left before he's homegrown at club, so we will reject that. Somebody already did. That's good. Is there an area? I mean, goalkeeper. Probably. We have a good goalkeeper as a primary. Our backups are questionable, especially if people keep getting food poisoning from Leosin's guacamole. Oh, goodness. Yawns continue. Only 4-0 there, but I'm not super concerned about that. Guys just came back from Christmas break. They're chilling. There's 6 getting $68 million or pound 4-year deal. It's pretty big. don't think we're doing anything during this transfer window at all. Don't think we need to do anything during this transfer window. I'm just hoping nobody gets grumpy during this transfer window. I mean, you're never going to be anything for us. Neither are you. Neither are you. So I was going to try and loan Neto out. I think he's still listed as loan available. It's the one guy I wouldn't mind. I mean, there's a couple guys like that I wouldn't mind getting out. There's Ozturk, 35 million. Not quite as much as 6, but he is basically 6's backup, so I think that's justifiable. $700 games. Wow. Some of these guys that have been sitting on the bench, have they been getting any caps lately? I should check that. Like someone like Jorgensen. Okay, yeah, he's definitely playing. Guilherme, not as many, but he's out there. Paulini, definitely playing. Good stuff to see that. Fall, a few, so that's good to see. Ozturk, absolutely. 14 goals even. Let's see, obviously Horvat sits sometimes, but I mean, not enough to. Yeah, he's got to be the best player in Slovenia, I would imagine. Elia does sit, but again, plenty of caps for Italy. Castro, no caps for Castro, so we got to get him up there, for sure. I mean, Argentina, I can imagine it'd be hard to get on the team unless you're getting a lot of game time. So I can get why he's grumpy. Chicho, only under 21 caps at the moment. It is Spain, so I can understand that one as well. Amandile, I wouldn't expect any, especially not in Portugal. We got some under 21s though. Leosin, we don't really care about, to be honest. I wouldn't expect Kuznetsov getting any for Germany. Neto, yeah, that's unfortunate. We definitely need to get him some more game time at some point. All right, well, at least most of the backups have been getting some good international play, which hopefully keeps them a little bit happy. We still have young boys coming up. All right, what we got here? Most of these guys are probably fairly well rested, but we'll go ahead and get Elliott in for cars. Go ahead and get Castro in for Zavatsky. I'm actually going to bring Paulini in for Farkas. All right, Alfredo can come in for Abe. And Chicho can come in for Vergara. Just to make sure we get some rotational gameplay here. I'm going to leave main goalkeeper in there, though. This is a top 10 team at the moment, so. 5-0. Castro, Paolini, 6, Elia, and Zavatsky, of course. Most of these guys should be getting very happy. They're getting plenty of game time, right? Like, nobody's grumpy right now. Still got a lot of days left, unfortunately. Horvat, 21 days. Who are you? No, I don't care about you. I have no idea who you are. I don't care. Just go away. It should not be my problem. Sure, you can offer the player a new contract. He's on the second team, right? Like, not a team that we care about. I guess one of the things we could start doing is, as part of our making sure people get some game time, letting more people play on like the under 19 squad, stuff like that, just to get some game time. Keep them fit. For example, start setting our squad like the day before. That way we know who's not going to even be on the bench. Okay. All you guys can go out on loan. Sure, you're going to be grumpy, but that's okay. It was worth a shot. All right, so like right now, we should go ahead and set our squad. All right, cars and 6. Let's bring Elia in. Perez and Zavatsky. Let's go ahead and bring Castro in. Paolini in here. I'll bring Fall in. That's fine. All right, we'll get Alfredo in here. And Chicho can come in. All right, anybody that's not a normal starter, just go ahead and say, hey, squad, you're available for the under 19s until match fit. Don't go crazy. Play about 45 minutes is probably fine. Just get some game time. These other guys obviously are going to be playing for us, so I'm not worried about those guys. Apparently 90 minutes is, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We don't really do substitutes for goalkeepers. All right, that all looks good. I just want to make sure we get people game time that maybe aren't playing that much. Something I probably should have done a long time ago. Probably let Horvat play this next game against the young boys. Need to get him another game or so. In fact, he might need to start the next few games just to make sure we get him across the finish line. Don't let him be unhappy with us. Oh yeah, we play Traps and Sport in the Champions League. I totally forgot about that one too. Silly me. For some reason I thought we played 6 games. Of course we play 8 games. I knew that. Oh, no, I just changed everything that I just changed. I didn't mean to do that. Where's the undo button? I don't think there is an undo. Oh, there is. Yeah, we already did this. I just forgot that we'd already done it. Cool. Everybody looks good. Let's go. Yeah, we'll let Horvat play against the young boys, is what I meant. Oh, wow. What are the odds? 19 shots, 4 on target. We only get 1 goal. That's our first draw, I think, the entire year. I think that's our first draw all year. Yep. Oh, what a shame. And we've had 2 losses. So we already didn't have a perfect season going. Did I actually click the rest button? No, I did. It just wasn't showing up. I guess it was hidden for a second there. I don't think there's any changes here at all, so everything looks good still. %58 chance of winning this next game. Why is Borussia Dortmund coming in for you? I guess you're decent. You're not amazing, though. Came through our system, so whatever. I don't think I'm that worried about it. All right, let's go look at the team. Guess we'll keep sending cars for now. And Zavatsky. Just more injury prone, so. Oh, that's right. I was going to bring Horvat to this next game. We can just bring him in as well. It's fine. Actually, I'm going to leave Zavatsky in there. Bring Pagliini in this time. And we'll bring in Jorgensen this time. All right, everything else looks good. I don't think we'll swap goalkeepers this time either. Anybody we want on the bench, I guess you can be available. No, you're fine. Just we'll leave it as is. was going to make them available for under 19s, but we're actually not playing under 19s just yet. All right, let's go. Two goals for Paolini, 2 goals for Hansis, a goal for 6, and a pair of goals from Elia. Elia on 19 goals is back to being the leader. You guys are funny. I don't think so. Just hoping he does not get grumpy about that. Probably player starters for Schalke here. Now this time these guys can be made available for the next game. Let's give them a few minutes in the next game, that's fine. Just might as well keep them on their toes here. Wish it was easier to see how happy the guys were with the playtime we're giving them. And maybe there's a place to see that and I just don't do it. All right, again, we're playing our starters today. Not going to touch anything. We want to make sure we get back into our winning ways after that draw. Oof, embarrassing. There we go. Number 14 beat them 4-0. Goal from Broyar, goal from Zavatsky, goal from Farkas with 2 assists, and a goal from Cars. Are other guys actually playing the under 19s game? Looks like they didn't. I mean, Talon did, but no one else did. Maybe it was the type of game that they're not allowed to play in. I know there's some games they think they can, some games they can't, or something like that. I don't remember exactly. How good's Traps and Sport been this year? Number 1. Good job. Convincingly. Do we know anybody still on this squad? And we've had a UMS before. I don't know if it's the same one. Kolak. Didn't we have Kolak way back in the day? Yeah, he's been there. So yeah, we got him. Got him for $1 million. Then he sold and then came back? Or no, we bought him for 21 mil. Then he went out on loan. And okay. I was misreading this. I was like, this doesn't make sense. Yeah, okay. Rickle-Me. We've seen him before. Ahmet Kaplan there. 35. Yeah, okay. It's making me feel old. These guys are getting old as well. Oh, he did leave for $1 million. Okay, whatever. Don't think we really cared that much. More week. Can we dodge this bullet of losing a player? You actually might be worth grabbing just to sell on someday for more money. It's 20 determination, 16 technique. Everything else is kind of eh. But you also don't cost that much. So okay, fine. We'll accept his release clause. I doubt they'll give him to him for less than that. Yeah, again, a player we could sell on for 30 mil someday. Who knows? Got to keep playing the game of where we get some young players in that, even if we don't plan on playing them ourselves, we can definitely turn into something later. All right, we can definitely do rotation in this game. So let's get 6 out for Oz. You know what? Let's let Ostrich play in Turkey. That actually feels justifiable. All right, Zavosky sits out for Castro. And just sits out probably for Paulini. And Natman out for Guillermo. And Blanco will probably out for Chicho. All right, and then I actually might still bring Horvat in as well, just to keep him happy here at the last couple games. Cool. All right, let's go with that. How many days will we get left on Horvat? 4 days left, so we play him tomorrow. He should be happy. least until the next time he's unhappy, which seems to happen every year at least once. No, there is no possible way we're giving up Abe for anything less than like the very top end of this number. Even that, I'd have to think about. All right, there's our team. Let's go. Come on, Ostrick, do well in front of your home nation fans. Well, I say in front of your home. It's actually at our field, so never mind. Carr's got a pair of goals. Castro got a goal. Savatsky, of course, getting a goal. We actually have a red card. Castro. All right, so we did in top. Yes, we did. Only by 3 goals. Chelsea looking ridiculously good, just like us. So that's a little scary. And then, of course, Inter number 3. And we know Inter has a lot of extremely good players. Who's the team that beat us last year? To knock us out? It was Chelsea, wasn't it? I thought it was, but I couldn't remember. And I don't think we've played Inter in a while. Yeah, the year before that was Man City. So, okay. Yep, I don't think I arrested anybody. Let's give everybody 2 days of rest here. A lot of fines going out. That's not good. All right, where are you from? Argentina. Okay. We'll see what you turn into someday. Again, really just planning on keeping you around to sell someday, not really planning on playing you. Do a little bit of rotation here. All right, Horvat should be fine, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. Castro, yeah, bring you in. Fall in here. Guess we are doing more rotation, but it's okay. All right, it's another good game to bring Alfredo in. We'll leave our main goalkeeper in as well. Actually, do we have anybody that we want to play in the under-19s? Anybody that's not tired? I mean, that's not already set for under-19s? You definitely. Go ahead, go play for the under-19s. Honestly, you can play a full 90 minutes until whenever. Farkas, I think we want to give him some actual rest, so I don't want to play him. Broyar, we can give him. Okay, so everybody else is fine. We run the risk of losing this with this much rotation, but there's no reason we should like just automatically assume that we've got an extremely good team even with our backups in there. And if we don't play our backups, then our starters get too tired and they get injured at times when we need them the most. So we have to rotate. Maybe not as much as I am rotating, but some rotation still has to happen. We can risk a little bit of rotation here. We got enough of a cushion of points that even if somehow we lost or drew, it's not the end of the world. Thank you, Horvat. Okay, that's fine. I mean, just in time for Horvat to come off that requirement. I'm okay with bringing Amadio in for some definitely low-level games. Four to two, a bit closer than I'd like, but still pulled it off. Perez, Hanses, Castro, and Alfredo all picking up goals. Kind of yet another one that I kind of just want to give everybody a couple days rest. I guess we'll just go down to the highs. All right, I think we'll play our starters in the cup game just so we can have a higher chance of just getting past it, and then we'll definitely do some heavy rotation in the next resting game after that. All right, anybody else needs to rotate around? I'll bring Fall in for Paulini. That's it. Chicho will make you available. Oh, is there an under 19 game coming up? There is not. Okay, well then we'll go with that right there. No. Big no. Journeyman #1 in all of France. Yeah, that's pretty good. We know he's got the skill. We don't have a spot for him right now. We got a whole $8,000. Yeah, yes. Oh, Ozturk. It's unfortunate. just from lifting weights too. You want Farkas? That's funny. All right, playing our starters in this game, just trying to make sure we take care of business. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, look at the FMing. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's hilarious. That's the only way people can beat us, is if they don't deserve to. Well, unless their name is Chelsea or Inter. They probably deserve to beat us sometimes. Watch, here's what's going to happen. We're going to play these guys again in the league, and we're going to do some rotation. So we're not playing our starters, and we're going to beat them like 5-1. Something ridiculous. Just to prove how dumb that result was and how it was a true FMing. I could be wrong. We'll find out. That's my prediction, though. Like, what was the actual XG on this game? 2.56 XG, and we couldn't score a single goal. Or a second goal, I should say. 7. I mean, come on. When the best player on the field is the other team's goalkeeper, and nobody else is really that good. You know that Football Manager put its business in where it shouldn't have. Definitely very happy with the way the club's going. All right, like I said, we'll do some heavy rotation here. Elliot comes in. We'll go ahead and bring in Amadio for Paris. He wants to play today. Let's let him. We'll also go ahead and bring in Castro here as well. I'm okay with that. Okay, Farkas needs to come out. Bring in Fall. Go ahead and bring in Alfredo. And we'll definitely bring in Chicho. All the players that want time. And we'll even bring in our backup goalkeeper. just to prove, if we end up winning this, how silly that other thing was. Anybody want to sit on the bench here? We'll bring Neto in place of Ozturk. All right, everybody else looks good. Now, if they end up beating us here, then cool, fine. So be it. I'd rather rotate and lose an occasional game than not rotate and lose an occasional player. You know what I mean? And Perez is almost 30. We are going to lose Perez someday. I'm a little sad about that prospect. All right, let's see how we do. Not the 5-1 I was thinking we would get, but 3-0 still extremely dominant. And it just still just shows that that other game was a ridiculous result. I mean, they got one shot the entire game. Oh, goodness. Forgot we got him from Inter for $32.5 million. We definitely need to play him more. How did he do? I'll look at it in a second. Only 6.4, so he just hasn't really played. Okay, with 15th place, Mainz up ahead, and then 2nd place, Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, we got a player starters in that game, Stuttgart number 9, so we'll do some rotation against Mainz here. Should be fine. At least we got 8 days, so plenty of rest for the guys. Are you going to play Farming Simulator 25? Yes, yes, definitely. I will definitely be playing Farm Sim 25. In fact, I will be streaming, I believe, the night that it comes out. As soon as I can get off work that day. As well as starting a YouTube Let's Play as well. So we'll have both. We'll have streaming and YouTube Let's Plays for FS25. Just like for FS22. It is left for this group. Oh no, more food poisoning. Ever since I made the joke about Leosin's guacamole. We've had 3 cases of food poisoning. That might be more food poisoning I've had in a single year, more than any other year I've ever had in Football Manager, and all because I made a joke about his guacamole. That's hilarious. It's possible I've had more food poisoning than I remember. It's just I'm remembering it more now because of that, of making that. That's hilarious. All right. Everything else looks good. What? We got knocked out? Oh, come on. Under 19s. Good job, Leosin. But you might need to go back to cooking school, my friend. I need you to stop training so well and do a better job at cooking. That's what you're here for. All right, what we got? Got cars. 6. Let's bring Osterk in. I have to leave Zavodsky in. He hasn't played in a while, it feels like. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Amadio in for Perez here. Bring in Fall for Hansis. Fredo stays out, so we can go ahead and bring in Guillermo in for Natman. What's it? Blanco for Chicho. Everybody else stays the same. Fredo's out, so let's go ahead and bring in. We can bring in this youngster. Why not? Sit on the bench. Maybe you can play. Who knows if you're any good or not? We'll find out. And Hans just comes in there. Everybody else stays the same. Oh, I can bring in my other goalkeeper, actually. Doing nothing. Not too bad. Zavodsky getting a goal. Vergara picking up a goal. Amadila only on a 6.6 today. It's all right. Got the job done. Of course, the player starts against Borussia Dortmund. I was like, who is this? I don't recognize you. Sure, you can go somewhere. We don't really need you. Oh yeah, I forgot about that for a second there. Yeah, we definitely are looking forward to playing in our new stadium. Is that end of this year? Oh yeah, a few more months. We're getting there. Another 13,000 capacity. Almost double the seating capacity. We've been selling out our current stadium. 36,167. No, not really. At least not consistently. All right, come on. Yeah, you can go down to the other 19s. It's fine. Oh, Zavodsky out for the flu. That's a shame. So, I guess we're not doing all of our starting players. It's a good thing Castro's been getting some game time, though. But he's no Zavodsky. Not yet. All right, that's everybody. Thank you, Crew Alexandra, for the follow. Appreciate it very much. All right, player starters, except for Zavodsky. That needs to be Castro. And we'll bring Neto onto the bench. Everybody else should be okay. All right, let's go with this. Away from home, we might lose this. No, we did get it. All right, Hansis and Cars picking up goals. It was close. It was a good game, though. But definitely stretches our lead over the field at the moment. Five saves from Broyar. That's pretty good. We don't have a ton of Bundesliga games left. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. So 33 available points out there. We don't know who we're playing in the Champions League yet. Hopefully we'll find that out very soon. Actually, argument's sake, you could say that they should have beat us, or at least should have been a draw at the very least. Got 6 days left in all of these. So far, we're doing good. Do a little bit more rotation for all 3 of those guys in this next game, and that should be it. I think Zavodsky came back just in time for Castro to get hurt. Although we do still have Neto. Neto can play there. At the moment, it might actually need to be Neto. Put Neto in there for the moment. We'll see about... Hopefully Zavodsky's okay by the time we get to the game time. All right, we'll do something like that. And again, we'll just have to look at Zavodsky here in a moment. All right, let's hope we get a good team here. I don't even know who we want. I mean, Everton would be okay. I think we did okay against them. Eintracht Frankfurt would obviously be good. Bayer Leverkusen would be fine. Honestly, about 5, the only teams we probably wouldn't want would be Barcelona, Man United, or Borussia Dortmund. Again, we did just beat Borussia Dortmund. That's fine. I think these other teams would be a little easier for us to win against. Inter got Renee. It's going to be us, isn't it? Nope, Juventus. That's a big game. Okay, we'll take Nice. Newcastle, all right. We'll take Eintracht Frankfurt. PSG, okay. I mean, not my favorite team to go against, but we should be fine. Benfica. It's going to be us, isn't it? No. Okay, Chelsea. That's a big game right there. We'll take Everton. Okay, so we do get Everton. Man United against Real Madrid. There's some big names get knocked out. That's for sure. We did get Everton, which we did already play, right? And how did we do against them? Thought we played Everton. Oh, there we are. 3-0. So not a huge win, but good enough that we know we can take them. All right, Stuttgart coming up. Hopefully Zavodsky's back. Some of these guys are still unhappy. I'm not sure why. I mean, like, seriously, we're doing everything you want us to do. Be happy. Ooh, RB Leipzig down in 8th place. Not a good finish for them. All right, how's Zavosky looking? Okay, Zavosky's looking okay. We'll bring him in. And then we'll bring in Amandio for Perez. We'll just leave Horvath there. That's fine. All right, I'll run with this instead. Looks good to me. Five to nothing. Blanco getting a goal, Zavosky, Paolini, 6 picking up a goal, and Elio. Lots of goals. 64-point goal differential. Will our goal differential beat our points? Maybe. Keep that copy game up. All right, back to needing to rest a few players between games. They're coming up quick and in a hurry. A lot of guys suspended for this first game, which is not going to be fun, but we got so much good depth. We should be fine. And hopefully they're all only suspended for the first of the 2 legs, so not as bad as if it was like a singleton game. Come on, guys. Sadly, Everton's going to be like the team that just beat us in the DFB Pokal game. Like, they're a team that we absolutely should dominate, and yet, you know, something crazy could always happen. They're actually 7th in the Premier League. It's impressive. Same as it was before. Pretty even chances for one of us to win. Less likely that we end up in a draw. Okay, let's go ahead and get our best team in here. And we are going to be playing our best squad where possible. Jorgensen comes in there. Alfredo comes in there. Paolini comes in there. Everybody else is okay. And then we'll just bring whatever subs we got onto the bench. All right, looks good. How many days we got to get Amadeo happy? 29, okay. We might have to play him in that Leipzig game. All right, let's go. It's a good way to do the first leg right there. Wow. Zavosky getting a go, Perez getting a go, Cards getting a go, and Guilherme picking up a go. Off the bench, even. Oh my goodness. Oh, Nap. We just got you where you were like happy with your playtime after being back from an injury, and then you go get another injury. Ouch. That's rough. That is very rough. I mean, we know Guillermo can play, but that makes me nervous. Oh, I forgot to rest people. That might come back and bite me here in a moment. And that's a big one. No, I don't want you going down the second squad because I want you to be homegrown. Everybody's pretty happy. Except Amadeo here. Okay. Oh, goodness. Just because the Champions League is more important, I think I'm still going to do some rotations. We'll bring Amadeo in for Perez, like we said. Chicho can play on the right, so we'll bring him in here on the bench there. At least we have that as an option. All right, we'll go with that. Not going to change goalkeepers for this, though. Kuznetsov getting any better at all? He's training well. I don't think he's never going to be a Pereira. There's just no possible way. You don't get that many training points over your lifetime. I think the best we're going to get from Kuznetsov is be able to sell him on for some money someday. We might lose this game, but it's okay. The rotation's more important. Got by. We did what we need to do. Guillermo picking up a goal. I love to see that. Farkas and Cars. We did it. Barely. 91st minute from Cars. Thank you, buddy. Probably should have ended in a draw, but we'll take the win. I don't know. We did pretty decent. Botsky, bruised ankle, not great. Already qualified for the Europa League. No real surprise there. Well, if the first match against Everton was closer, I would probably show this next game, but it's just no point. I mean, if we end up losing our 4-0 lead over them in the second game here, then we deserve to lose. Always still send out our starters, though. I mean, it's Champions League play. We want to take it seriously. Of course, other than Natman. Only Zavatsky in there. All right, we'll go with that. Let's go. Only won it by 1 goal. That's all right. That's all we needed. Well, we needed less than that, to be fair, but plenty good. PSG 10-0. Of course, they scored 7 goals in this game. They're going to be a tough team to beat, looks like. Oh, Real Madrid got knocked out by Man United. That's a big one. All right, we'll pretty much be rotating all of our Bundesliga games from here on out. Almost to the point where I'm just like, should we keep telling them good jobs on their trainings? But I'm afraid that the one time I stop, they play poorly because they don't have that little tiny morale boost. So everybody's happy with the game time except for Amadio, right? So just got to get him in from time to time. Make sure that is a correct statement. Yes. Well, of course, Natman, but Amadio. Okay. Probably still bring Castro in for Zavatsky. No sense in risking anybody that's like really high. All right, do something like that, and we will bring Kuznetsov in. All right, let's go. Only 8-1. Go from Vergara. Pair goes from Castro. Pair goes from 6. Go from Elia. Go from Blanco. Go from Farkas. Goals all around. Hey, we qualify for the Champions League. Yay, money that we're never going to use. It's funny being at the point in this save that we just don't even care about the transfer budget anymore. Or the wage budget. It just, they don't matter. Hey, how's it going, normal bloke from Sheffield? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Mr. Worldwide, how you going? Hey, Deadpool. How's it going? Thank you. At this point, we should win the league outright here in a couple more games. How's the stream? Going all right. Thank you for asking. Doing all right. Just keeping busy with FM24 since FM25 is not coming out for a while. One of those things, I guess. It is what it is. Hey, normal bloke. It's going pretty good. Thank you for asking. Champions League semifinal draw coming up. My guess is we're going to get like Inter or Man United. Kind of doesn't really matter who we get. They're all going to be tough games at this point. There are no more easy games out in the Champions League. I have been giving him playtime. How's he not happy with the playtime he's been getting? Was expecting play more games than you've received so far? Okay, we've literally played you in every game that wasn't a Champions League game. Pretty sure of it. That's a little bit... You're being a little ridiculous, sir. Didn't get any good players, unfortunately, on our youth intake. That's terrible. All right, let's see who we get. Oh. I mean, Borussia Dortmund, we know we can beat. We have beat Barcelona already. Man United, we could probably, of this list, Man United is probably the least worrisome. I mean, either Inter or PSG would be, and Newcastle, I think. Last year, I think, no, it was Man City that beat us last year, not Newcastle. I'm thinking something else. As long as it's not Inter or PSG, I guess we're okay. It's going to be us. Oh, it's going to be us. Oh, Borussia Dortmund. Well, that's who we wanted to play, to be honest. I'm not sure how I feel about Newcastle. Okay, PSG's off the list. Okay, so at least PSG and Inter are gone. Benfica, we should be able to beat Benfica. But I think the last time we played them, I think they actually beat us. There goes Barcelona. So it's going to be us and Man United. All right. We've got knocked out. Was it the last 2 seasons in a row by a Premier League team? Yeah, last year was Chelsea. The year before was Man City. And then the year before that, we won against Barcelona. And the year before that, it was Borussia Dortmund. And then we got the Europa League, which we won. Okay, so it really has just been the last 2 seasons in a row we got knocked out by Premier League teams. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. Well, at least we're not going to have to play Inter or PSG until the final game. This is actually probably a good lineup, honestly. If we can get past Man United, then this grouping, Benfica and Barcelona, should be the easier of the two. I think Man United is the harder out. So if we get past them, we're probably guaranteed to make it to the round after that. Man United's only 4th right now. So they're not like tip top of the league at the moment. Off to bed. 2 a.m. Have work soon. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Thank you again. Normal bloke. Appreciate it. And thank you for the follow. And you too, Deadpool. All right. When's that Champions League game? Doesn't look like we'll get there. Stream's got 10 more minutes left. We will probably... Yeah, I'll probably just get through these next 2 games. Then we'll be ready for the Man United game at the start of next stream. Well, we're really good at Morale Manager, at least. Oh, come on. Just as I said, we're good at it. And he starts complaining. Do we care about you? We do not. All right, where you at? Amadio, get in here. Oster comes in. Paolini comes in. Jeremy comes in. Jorgensen comes in for who? Actually, let me see. Vergara. And Kuznetsov comes in. Cool. All right. And then Chicho comes in there. Hansis, that'll be fall. Let's go with that. Seven one. Abe gets a go. Zavatsky gets a go. Paolini pair goes. Cars pair goes. And 6 gets a goal. So we are now 19 points clear. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I'm doing my math right, we win this next game, we win the league. I think that's the case. Anybody good that would really like to schedule from a foreign team standpoint? I doubt it. We'll just keep it small, local. Enter Leipzig. I don't think we've played them before. You get to be our next victim. All right, come on. Let's get past this friendly, get this next game, win the league, and then all we've got left to worry about is the Champions League. We can do 100% full rotations in our team after that, I suppose. Although we'll still want to play a few of our guys to keep them sharp, but other than that, we'll not need to play them too much beyond the bare minimum. Hey, he's finally happy. Fractured finger. How's he supposed to make guacamole now? That's sad. Are there any big name players about to get homegrown at club? Yep. Hussein, Chicho. Only the ones that really matter in this list. Do you want to make sure Amadio gets into this list, though? I don't know how much it matters, but I think it matters a little bit, even on friendlies. So let's go ahead and just bring him in here. Oh, is he out on international? Never mind. Well, it's not my fault if you don't get to play in this next game. And congratulations on your international play. This next game over with, win the league. Come on. We can do it. Although Bayer Leverkusen, not going to be the easiest out. Did you actually get a legitimate cap for Portugal? You did. Well, congratulations, sir. Well deserved. Same thing for Castro. Wow. I guess apparently us playing them worked. after row with a guy I don't even know exists faces an uncertain future because of an argument that him and I have had. I've never talked to the guy. What argument? I'm pretty sure that argument is very one-sided, my friend. Man, I can't believe Broyar hates me. I can't believe I don't know who you are. Oh, some injuries. Thankfully, they're minor ones. Best Wonder Kids. Well, there we go. Look at that. Guess I should scout these guys. It's kind of funny that we don't have any of these guys anymore. Simply because... Oh, I guess we have him. We have the number 2 Best Wonder Kid. Simply because all of our guys have grown up. We had all the best Wonder Kids in the world. Now they're the best players in the world. They're on a different list. I might just... Amadeo. Hey, buddy. I didn't realize you run this already as well. I might just scout like the top 25 or something. I can't imagine anybody much further down than that's going to be worth our time. Yeah, we'll scout the top 20. And if anybody here plays in a big squad like PSG, we're not going to scout them. Okay, sporting, that's fine. Because they're already been found by somebody and they're going to cost an arm and a leg to get. So not worth it. Ross County. Wait, do we have... Oh, Bapti. Yeah. Yep, you're fine. So, well, that's probably low enough. We could probably go for that guy. Atalanta, it's probably not a huge club. Argentina's squad. Ipswich is fine. FC Bayern 2, no, we'll skip you. Hoffenheim, we'll skip you. Man United, blum. Arda, yes, we can go after you. We're trying to find the ones that nobody else has found. That's kind of our goal. Amiens. I played them a couple years ago. Actually, had a lot of fun at that club. Sunderland, it's probably small enough that it's possible they could be worth something. Juventus, no. I'm not saying those won't be good players. It's just they'll be good players that cost an arm and a leg because Juventus already knows that they're good. That's the reason why I ignore some of those guys. Okay. We have what, 3 players? Yeah. Herrera does look like he's going to be pretty decent. Only 18 years old and pretty decent physical. 6'6". Yeah. Looking forward to him developing. Obviously, we already know about Amadeo. Good physicals again. Just got to work on those technicals and mentals. And then Bepti. Not as good. Probably a player that we'll sell on someday. I don't know that we'll keep him around forever. Horvat claims best player in the European International League. Okay. All right, we're a little bit over time, but let's get this Bayer Leverkusen game out of the way. I want to get it done. Finish the league off and move on. Everybody trained well. It's a good problem to have. Just means a lot of people got to say good job to. Oh, Perez is 30. Oh, buddy. Getting old, my friend. Getting old. We'll keep you as long as you're willing to play, but I have a feeling you're going to be retiring not too much further down the road. We might be able to keep him around to 32, 33. We'll see. All right. Ceramic comes in for Natman. Actually, I'm just going to bring Ostrich in for cars. It's going to be fine. I'm going to swap you guys around, though. Zavatsky sits up. Goodness, everybody's tired. Zavatsky sits up for Castro, maybe? Farkas comes out. Well, no, Farkas can stay. Honestly, I don't want it to be too much more rotation than that. I want to get this done. Although the smart move is to do a little bit more rotation, because even if we lose this game, it's okay. Because the Champions League games are more important. All right, we'll go with something like that. Not exactly the best, but we just got to get through this game. If we don't, we don't. It's not the end of the world. It's still a team that can beat this game, beat this team. Okay, we got it done. So that should win us the league, right? Yeah. Clinch 6 straight Bundesliga title. 6 straight Bundesliga title. It's starting to get boring at this point. Oh, hands is twisted. That's exactly what we did not want to see. Was any of our starters getting injuries in this game. We're up to 7. 6 in a row. 7 total. Hey, I dropped top of the Germany Hall of Fame. Look at there. That's what we needed to see. Best coach in all of Germany is American. Can't go wrong with that. That's not what I wanted. I want to see the world. Can you not see the world from here? Can see Europe, can I? Nope. You see continent. Number 9 on the continent. And number 9 world. I mean, it makes sense because Europe. If you're number 9 in Europe, you're basically number 9 in the world. It's kind of how that works. Hey, one more year and we look at this list and it'll just be us. I mean, Hans has played well and then get an injury. All right. Well, there we go, guys. Up next, we got our game against Man United. It's a very, very important game. We're just going to give the entire team, honestly, literally the entire team, a couple days of rest. And hopefully we can get a good result in this first leg. That way, then the second leg's not too bad. We'll probably be showing Champions League games on from here on out. That'll be next stream. So my next live stream will be tomorrow, playing some more American Truck Simulator, if I can get my steering wheel set up, hopefully. Saturday will be some more Civilization 6, playing Persia. We'll be back to this on next Monday. And then next Tuesday, I will not be streaming. So that is the schedule for the next week or so. But I do appreciate everybody coming out. Appreciate the raids. Thank you very much. Thank you for the comments, the likes, the followers, all the things above. And may God bless you. And I hope you join me again next time. Goodbye.